Hey there guys, how's it going? OIHighRollerIO here once again bringing you another Let's Play series, and this time it's The Orchard of Stray Sheep. It's made by the same people who bring you Nekapara and all the Sakura series games like Sakura Dungeon and all that shit. And look at that. Green screen problems, man. If you're having green screen problems, that's so bad for you, son. Not really, because only OIHighRoller has that problem. But anyway, we're going to start a new game. See, now it's fine when the screen's black. Maybe it's just racist. Through hardship to paradise, prospera ad paradisum. That's Latin right there. We got some Latin. We got some gelatin. I don't know if this game's voice acted or not. I got no idea. I guess the original game came out in 2012, but Steam says it just came out today. I don't really fucking know. Have you ever felt a strange and lonely feeling in the middle of a typical morning? Have you ever had this awkward sense that something wasn't right as you went on about your day? As though something was missing, or that someone wasn't there? Perhaps it's more than just a sense, and that all the more true here at this academy. The fuck was that? It was like red and shit. Did you guys see that? Oh, there it goes. This happened long ago. One spring, a girl enrolled into the academy. Let's call her Kay. The student dormitory she lived in was surrounded by trees that also functioned as a windbreak because it was built particularly close to the shoreline, closer than any other building on the isolated island. Are you serious? They got a fucking school on an island? That's badass, dude. Kay did not remember anything about who she was before she came to this academy, just like all the other students here. Kay was introverted and very shy around strangers. She had trouble making friends and could not bring herself to discuss it with her teachers either. Which is why a month after Kay enrolled into the academy, she might as well have not been there. I don't want to make myself any more miserable. Afraid of being out in front of people, Kay shut herself in the student dormitory. Did she commit suicide or something? About a year into her time here at the academy, Kay had become so reclusive that she skipped classes. However, concerned about her personality, the teachers opted to be willfully blind. Without anyone intervening, Kay grew more and more introverted by the day. Kay's dormitory room was the only single-person room in the academy. Damn. This was very rare, as students were required to have a roommate. Kay did not know why she was the only one to have a room to herself, though it didn't particularly bother her. I don't understand where this is going. I don't know if there's like an anime series or a manga or something like that based off of this. I have no idea. I haven't looked into it, fortunately. I'm basically coming into this game blind. Although the fact the room felt slightly too big and the extra bed added to her loneliness, to Kay, the room was a paradise. After all, it was easier not to hate herself when there was no one else to compare herself to. The teachers, who thought of her as a nuisance, were never there to bother her either. Her only visitors were the sounds of the waves that drowned out the noises of the outside world. Well, I guess that's kind of nice. Kay deeply loved the tranquility and protection from the barbaric outside world that it offered. However, there was one thing that weighed on her mind. It was about a week after she had shut herself inside. She found a diary with a checkered pattern in an extra closet. The diary had neither a name nor a date written on it. Man, that's fucking creepy. Kay did not recognize it, after all. It did not belong to her. It must have belonged to an alumni who had lived in the room before her. The student dormitory was pretty run down. There was no telling how long ago it was built. Therefore, it wouldn't be unusual at all for someone to come upon some of the graduates' belongings. Kay was satisfied with that explanation. That was despite the fact that Kay had already searched every corner of the room on the day she moved in. And despite the fact that the handwriting in the diary looked familiar. There's already one right there, man. Thinking back, I don't want to remember. Perhaps her fascination began when she first had that strange, out-of-place feeling. Aw, shit. Her fascination with her. Chills run down my spine. As spring was turning into summer, Kay made a friend. Her friend was your average student, a girl who loved reading and nature. She was a very polite person, and she doted on her roommate, A, as though she were her sister. She started every morning by feeding the stray cats on campus. Before bedtime, she religiously read the books written by someone from long ago named Capote. Kay must have known her friend better than anyone else, perhaps even better than A herself. Kay and her friend share the same interest and had similar personalities. In other words, you can say they were very alike. God, my fucking nose itches. Like always. It never itches like this, unless I'm like on camera. And then I have to like embarrass myself, like pick my nose and like fucking pick my ass, scratch my face. God, that was bad. I'm sorry. Because their personalities and interests were very similar, the two of them became fast, irreplaceable friends. Not. The two of them lived in different times. Ooh, mysterious. The two of them lived in different times. It was but a one-sided friendship on Kay's part. Oh, fuck. Kay did not even know her friend's name. Her friend existed only inside the bulky checkered diary. Ooh. Kay lived alone inside that seaside student dormitory, where only the beating waves could be heard. She lived alone in there? Fuck. Despite that, she was able to soothe her sense of loneliness with the traces of someone who once lived here. She couldn't see her. She was a fucking ghost. She couldn't hear her. She didn't even know what her name was. All she heard were the remnants of her memories. Unless it's like, an imaginary friend or something. Kay read only a page of the diary each day. It was as though she were enriching each of her empty days with the memories of someone she had never met. I'm home. The girl only ever spoke inside the dorm room. Asking for someone to stay with her until she falls asleep again? A is such a spoiled kid. The girl only ever laughed when she was reading her friend the diary. Thanks to the sound of the waves drowning out all the voices, her strange laughter could not be heard outside the room. Is this Mr. T? That Mr. T? Oh, Mr. T! Oh, shit! Several days had passed since Kay started reading the diary. Kay noticed that she recognized some of the people mentioned in the diary. Whoever that wrote this diary must have been here pretty recently. At first, that was all she could tell. Then one day, no way, she noticed something strange. Most of the students being written about in the diary were students whom Kay knew. All except the author and A. However, no one at the academy resembled the author or A. Just who are you? The only answers that Kay received were the sounds of the turning pages. Her friend would respond only by continuing to tell her story silently, up until the final words written in the diary. I don't want to forget. I don't want to remember, I don't want to remember. Is it going to flash red again? Oh shit, it's nighttime. That night was far noisier than usual. The waves would not cease beating against the shore. Struck by the ocean winds, the windows kept clattering. Those sounds were the walls of the fortress that kept her isolated from the annoying outside world. Or at least, that should have been the case. And even though that should have been the case, Kay? It was the sound of the beating waves. Kay, hey, Kay. Fluttering amidst the blowing winds, the curtain lightly brushed against Kay's bed sheets. Hey, Kay, try to remember. It felt as though she was going to scream her lungs out at any moment. Oh, this is a horror game, isn't it? Oh god, I just got myself into something. It felt... What was that? Oh, I think my mom has that dog of hers out there howling or something. It felt as though she was going to scream her lungs out at any moment. She had covered herself from head to toe with her blanket. There was something on the other side. Hey. It was coming toward her. The warmth. The breathing. Toward her ear. Hey, Kay. Stop it! Her hands, tightly clutching her sheets, were dripping with sweat. In the dim environment under her blanket, she did not dare to move her narrowly opened eyes. Her attention is focused only on the sounds of breathing, both hers and that someone else's, and the ticking of the clock next to her bed. As each second passed, she wished that it was all a dream. Between each of her faint breaths, she prayed that this was just a dream. She kept telling herself not to think about it, yet her awareness heightened with each passing moment. Hey, Kay. Kay. Something was shaking her body. The people next door must have been making a ruckus. Hey. Answer me. Stop it. Stop it, please. I don't know anything about you. She silently screamed inside her head. In her horrified state, she was slowly losing her cool to the building anxiety and confusion. Is it gonna like flash red again? Is that like the transitions or? Like the beating sea waves, the endless refrain continued every night. That night, the voice visited her once again. Is there a save option on here? Oh, here we go. Save. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and end today's video here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, remember, hit that like button, leave a comment down below because I enjoy reading your guys' feedback, and please subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you're brand new to my channel, because every little bit helps. It's just a click away, and it's completely free. And, well, until the next time, I guess I'll see you guys later, but this game, I'm not sure about it. Like, you look at the images and everything on Steam, and it's like, you think it's going to be like another, I don't know, like another dating sim or something, or like another, it is a visual novel, but, I don't know, it's just weird. I guess it's kind of like one of their horror games or something. It definitely sets the mood, in my opinion, with the dialogue, but I don't know, it's like the atmosphere isn't like scary enough. I was expecting like more images, like jump scares in this, and I don't know, just the music, it's not creepy enough to me. We might find out more in the next episode, I have no idea, but until then, peace out you guys.